When I was young, I had this dream. I always dreamt that one day I will become this bus driver. You know, there's something about driving these gigantic vehicles and then like ferrying people from one place to another place. It just makes me feel that, wow, I'm such a wonderful, useful person to the society. But this dream of mine, I never discussed with my parents or anybody or even my friends. Because in Singapore, if you tell people that you want to be a bus driver, I'm very scared of being confronted with questions like, how much do you think you're going to earn? Do you think you have a future? You know, so and so forth. So I just kept it to myself because I don't want this bubble to be burst. When I was in school, I was really, really good with math, science, and art. Singapore should be very proud of me, right? Because we are known for all these things. But unfortunately, especially during my secondary school time, almost all, throughout the whole semester of my secondary time, right, almost all the time, I was last in class. I was last in class because of one thing, because I failed my English. But lucky enough, in my academic year, I have another passion, which is volleyball. So I show this video. Oh my god, right? How can you not fall in love with volleyball after watching this? So this TV series, Japanese TV series in the 80s, I was watching it and that inspired me to play volleyball. I was actually quite good. I was the captain of my team. You know, and when I was in the court, I was a totally different person. I'm like really passionate, you know, very encouraging and full of confidence, you know, to lead a team. Can you imagine? In fact, we are one of the shorter teams in the competition, but we are able to beat, you know, people of higher or taller players and things like that. And that taught me one thing, you know, team spirit, you know, can win it all. So I have something to hold on to, right? But you look at my height. This trip kind of doesn't go too long. But one day, there's this teacher who called me up to one corner and he said, Wei, you need to be more macho when you're in court. And then he pointed to these senior players and he said, you need to walk like him, you know, making big steps. So that conversation was very confusing and awkward because I mean, I was doing well, you know, I played well, I jumped really high, although I'm short, you know, I'm able to block like taller spiker and things like that, and I'm actually a spiker, you know. And what it's got to do with how I act or whatever. But it kind of like demoralized me a bit. But it was when I went into the army, right, that I realized that actually the teacher is trying to help me. Because when I was in the army, people actually make fun of me because of my voice. I don't know if my voice is still very high-pitched, but I think that time it's quite high-pitched. And the sergeants during my basic military training, they actually call me Miss Lee. I kept quiet. And I know for a fact, maybe it's just me, that they purposely make me the platoon commander of my platoon so that they can laugh at me when I give this very weird command that sounds very weird. So this is the sound of life. If you're a designer, you know what this sound is. This is the sound of a Macintosh when it started up. So after 2.5 years of army, I finally, felt that, oh shit, I can start over again, I can start doing what I love, and contribute to society. Right? I immediately found a job as a graphic designer, which I was trained for 3 years in poly. And I was like super excited, just like the happy man. But 1.5 years in the industry made me hate what I'm doing. For some reason, in my mind, dealing with a lot of projects, clients seem to just like ugly stuff. Like my creativity is like of no use in the society, and it really makes me felt like, oh shit, what am I good for? It's like the thing that I'm good at is unappreciative. I don't mean that people are unappreciative, but it's just how I feel after being through so much. So at the age of 26, I made the biggest gamble of my life. I thought that maybe I should become a teacher, because teacher is such a wonderful job, right? It can inspire the new generation to be who they really want and then make a change in life. And I thought that to be a good teacher, I need to go somewhere far, far away, to learn from the best, to be exposed to new things, then I can bring back all this good stuff. And so I decided to go to New York City to get a bachelor degree so that I can teach in poly design. I have a 5-year plan to study for 3 years and work for 2 years, hopefully work for 2 years to get the experience, then I'll come back to teach. But why is this a gamble? Because I only have enough for 1 year, and my age is catching up because I set a target by 26 I have to go. If I 26 I don't go, I will never go, right? So I just go, with just 1 year of the money for 1 year. Because in my mind, and I keep hearing people say that, hey, if you can make it in New York City, you can make it anywhere. So, okay, let's just make that gamble. So, I always tell people, hey, why do you come back, and so on and so forth. I always tell people that New York City is the second chance that I need in my life. My bad English was being seen as good because of my skin color. They always think that, oh, English is second language, you speak so well, oh my god, Well, that gives me confidence, I give me confidence to restart, because as I'm learning to be better, actually, they didn't see that actually for like the past, don't know how many years, English is my first language, and I'm like so bad. So that gives me confidence, and to really speak my mind, to really contribute in any conversation, and I also realize that people are really willing to take the time to listen to what I have to say, especially when they know that I have a great idea to share. They really give me the time. And that slowly built up my confidence. In New York City, or should I say my New York City, teach me one thing. That even if you don't have enough money, you learn to improvise, you learn to be creative, you learn to make things work. You have big ideas, you make it work. You have limitation, you make it work. You run out of time, you make it work. If you fail, you just need to pick up very quickly, and then you make it work. So that leads to this thing that I carry very, very close to my heart, and that is, there is no such thing as failure if you want something bad enough. Because every setback is just part of the journey, because your eye is at the end point. And every setback, you fall, you just get back up. So I did really, really well when I was in New York. I actually graduated as one of the top students of my cohort. Win a little medal, which I immediately give to my parents. I don't know where it is right now, but I know they are proud of me. And I managed to find to work in a company that really values my creativity. So my 5-year plans, like with a heartbeat, it became 8 years. And every time when I look out of my apartment window, I was like wishing that this waving flag is actually a Singapore flag that's waving back at me. So in 2012, I came back to Singapore. I managed to fulfill what I set myself to do, and I became a lecturer at Temasek Poly School of Design. I have pink hair, I wear casual, and I ask my student, or I always tell them, hey, just call me Wei, because I'm just being me. I like to be myself and things like that. Sometimes people mistake me as a student now, but then that's okay. I'm going to share whatever I know with my student, and I always try to push them, to help them to see beyond their limitation. That's my goal. And I really believe that teaching is a two-way exchange, because I'm constantly learning from my student as well. A few years back, I managed to bring a group of students to New York City to show them this place that inspired me. So the energetic city really give them such a great experience. I always tell my students, if you want to be a good designer, you need to be very aware of the surrounding. You need to be very informed, and you need to collect as many life experiences as possible. Get out of Singapore to study, to work, to live. Get all those experience. To learn all kinds of things that Singapore, such a small place, couldn't offer you. But the most important thing is that you must always come back. Come back, bring all the knowledge that you have, and help to make this place a better place. So 5 years, I've been back for 5 years, and I've been constantly doing things more than just lecturing. So this is in 2013 during the haze crisis. Like Singapore wasn't prepared for it, and I was one of those who initiated and then just go out and then just give out N95 masks when a lot of people does not have it. So I also do community art to gather people together to form some art. I set up exhibition to showcase students' work. This one is SG50 at National Design Center. I teach calligraphy. This is something that I really enjoy and love and really want to, if people are interested, I'll teach them. And I also think of creative way to do fundraising. This one is for TP, some fundraising for the needy student. And the thing that I'm most proud of is to start up this creative space called Very Small Exhibition together with Andrew Lim and Joanne Lim. So the three of us, we come up with this space because we felt that Singapore, being such an expensive place to live, is very limited with a space where people can just go there and then to do creative stuff. So we found a very small space, and we call it the Very Small Exhibition. And with that, I want to share this project that we have done, which is called a Very Light Exhibition. this exhibition brought us to Singapore Night Festival, and we are so happy because this project really get people, strangers together, you know, adult become child, and just having fun and forget about all the worries and things like that. So it seems like my life before New York and after New York is a 180-degree change. And who is this Wei? So Wei loves to bring joy to people's life. Just like young Wei, you know, who imagined to become this bus driver, you know, bringing convenience to people's life and like making sure that every journey is safe. Wei believes in collaboration. Volleyball, you know, it's a teamwork, team spirit, you know, and together you can do greater stuff. Wei is still poor in English. That's something that I've been trying really hard, and I've come to a point that it is what it is. You know, I will still continue to improve, maybe not at the speed that Ministry of Education want, but I make the most out of it. Wei's heart is always with Singapore. That is something that will not change, because this is the only place I can call home, and I'll do whatever I can to make it good. And Wei will always be Wei, because Wei know that, like, when he's being himself, he can produce the best work in his life. Thank you.